You guys ready to go all in? Well, you probably already should be, because I believe liftoff is imminent. Okay, a massive explosion is literally around the corner that people aren't realizing. Okay, and in a few weeks' time, maybe even days, you'll see you'll see the charts and say, oh, he was right. Not financial advice. Hello everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing day. XRP's at 142. There's definitely a lot of manipulation going about, guys, but just stay steady here, okay? Because look at what David Schwartz is giving hints about. Strange times, right? Now, guys, we're to the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is called White. Interesting. He just confirmed BG123. Look at this account. It cracks me up that in Star Trek Future, they use tablets like they are each a single sheet of paper. Okay, that looks really funny, doesn't it? Then David replied with this. I honestly thought this was like pamphlets, books, or something of sorts, guys, right? Until I looked at the camera there. Oh, it's a tablet, an iPad. And they just have images of these cards, okay, playing cards. As soon as I seen this, I'm like, is there anywhere 5v9? But look at this. The bear playing poker, right? Playing cards. Huh. Fascinating, isn't it? Why is David Schwartz giving hints about gambling, so to speak? But could it really be gambling? Because this is where it gets a little bit odd, right? This is where it gets really odd. Look at this from Doug. The button. Why? Because it may not even be gambling at this point, right? When the bear is in position. When you look at the button, guys, of the hidden hand, check this out, right? A button was missing, right? It was on the floor here. This is a crazy find. The term button is often used to refer to the dealer position, right? The dealer here, I think, is the bear, right? Which is the position whose turn to bet comes last. Being on the button is therefore the most advantageous and most profitable position in poker. Again, it refers to the dealer position, guys, which is the last position whose turn to bet comes last. Okay? It would make sense, right? Looking at a clock. It's going in reverse. Huh. Isn't that weird? Does the bear have a higher position here? Right? And has anyone else noticed the bear? Okay, so this is how I know he does. Because the bear, guys, has two different sets of cards, right? I mean, you can barely tell here, but if we go zoom in, look at the cards here. What is that? That's a Joker or Jester card, isn't it? Right? That's his own card. He has 3 of them, right? And then the other people have regular cards, right? That's a king, that's a queen. Okay? Interesting. But if you look within his hat, he has regular cards up there, right? Hidden. Huh. The ace card? Weird, isn't it? Now, this is where it gets a little bit more schizophrenic, perhaps, right? I'm not even kidding, guys. I think this is something has to be brewing here. This is why I say some explosion has to be around the corner, and maybe he's telling us to go all in, right? Because when you gamble, where's the center point of gambling located at? Las Vegas, right? And you know what's so crazy to me? This can't even be much more perfect timing than it is right here, because XRP Las Vegas is being held on April 30th to May 1st, 2026. This is the largest XRP conference in the world. It says it right here, right? And this is major, guys, because a lot of people attend this. Okay, it takes place in 8 days, by the way. Right? Is David hinting towards this? Because this takes place in Las Vegas, and that's where people gamble. Right? Will something be announced? Will something happen? Okay. So I would watch out for this, guys. to see if anything does appear out of nowhere. But again, this is odd because I feel like this is extremely bullish, right? That's what I feel like, especially when everything points towards bull, 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 right? Think about it. That's the feeling I'm getting here, right? But it doesn't stop there, because the bear just keeps getting confirmed by David Schwartz. Now why? Is he doing this on purpose? It has to be, right? There are no coincidences, because what new project do you have in the short term? Someone asked David, right? Because he's now retired. Well, he said getting back into playing Star Trek Online after being away for 11 years. Star Trek Online, so it seems like that's a game here, right? Star Trek. But when you type in Gematria, guys, Star Trek Online, it comes out to 630 here, okay? The numerical value. But then when you type in Satoshi Nakamoto, what does it come out to? 630 again, 630. What? Right? Now, you know what's so odd about 630 is 360. 360 is a circle. Okay? Guess what? When you multiply 5 times 8 times 9, it comes out to what? 360. Wait a second. So David Schwartz just indirectly confirmed the number 589. And he confirmed Satoshi Nakamoto, which comes out to the number again, 589. What? So Satoshi has always been about the reset. Satoshi is the reset, folks. But again, don't forget about Star Trek. Well, no, this is mind-boggling. What's happening? Right? When we talk about Star Trek, again, within that ship, right? Interstellar ship, guys. Interstellar ship. Okay? He's the captain. The bear is the captain of the ship. Okay? Come on, guys. It's clear as day what's happening here. Right? How can anyone be bearish at this point in time? To me, I feel like a massive explosion is around the corner. David comes out with yes and no, asking, David, is this true? In Ripple's new intercompany settlement product settlement, RLUSD can be the neutral bridge like XRP does. Well, David replied yes and no. Why? Because XRP has always been king, right? RLUSD can be used as a bridge, such as XRP, but there is a difference. RLUSD is not a neutral bridge because it's tied to Ripple, right? Ripple created RLUSD. People don't really know this, but I mean, if you do a little bit of research, you would. XRP was not created by Ripple. Ripple actually, in fact, came after XRP when XRP was created. Okay, isn't that crazy? Which means XRP is pretty much like Bitcoin, right? The only difference there is Bitcoin is anonymous, creator anonymous. Oh no, it's whoa, wait a second, it's actually completely the same. Bitcoin has one anonymous creator called Satoshi Nakamoto, okay? But for XRP, it has one anonymous creator as well, named Arthur Brito. It's literally the same exact thing, XB, right? Like playing a game on a controller. Huh. This is weird, right? But coming back to RLUSD here, it clawed back, right? Reverse transactions. And to the United States, whose courts can order Ripple to do things, right? So it's not neutral. XRP is a neutral bridge, guys. That's why XRP is positioned to reign supreme, right? Remember, the bear has a higher position, higher advantage, right? Against all other currencies and all the other players playing the game. And who are we under? We're under the Riddlers, right? Who's like guiding the community, right? So therefore, we have one. You guys see this? It's getting spooky out there. Prepare. Launch begins. 421, April 21st from Mr. Poole. Message begins. Launch 11347. You know what's the craziest thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life? 47. You want to see something? Did Mr. Poole call the exact bottom? 47. April 7th was right here at $1.30, $1.29 per XRP. At 130, right? 13 again. That was the exact bottom before this move occurred. And there's a chance we don't even sweep the liquidity, right? Which is becoming greater the longer it stays up here, right? XRP does. I'm gonna go crazy, guys. I think I'm going crazy. How do they know, right? I don't know. And then this is where it gets a little bit weird, because he then says launch is 11/3, right? What does that come out to? November 3rd or May 11th, right? March can be the 5th month because of the Roman calendar. Okay, March is the 1st month, right? And then April would be the 2nd month, and then May would be the 3rd month, right? So May 11th. So maybe from April 7th to May 11th, we'll see this launch sequence, right? And XRP will pretty much explode, right? April 21st, expect the unexpected supernova and explosion, okay, on the horizon. You can't see it yet, but you can feel it. Why do I feel this exact statement? That was for today, exact delta, right? I think the exchanges are starting to feel it. Why? BG123 says XRP, right? And look at this. One drop becomes a what? You guys, I'm going to go crazy, guys, because one drop will become a monsoon from Baba Cooks on this exact date. And the exchanges are literally tweeting out what Baba Cooks said a long time ago. I'm going to go crazy, guys. Here's Ripple. More access to XRP with SoFi means more people can participate, and that's exactly how utility grows. What's going on here? We're excited to now support XRP deposits along with the most popular coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana on SoFi? Wow. I think I've heard about this before, but I'm not quite sure. Now, they're going to support XRP deposits, right? So there you guys go. Added on more exchanges, guys, right? Or places where people can buy and sell assets. On April 21st, a roller coaster. And look at this one. Shh, is the last thing you'll hear before it's too late, by the way, right? It's about to become too late. BlackRock has entered the game as requested on April 21st. MasterCard, BlackRock, and Franklin Templeton are actively exploring the XRP ledger. They definitely are, right? BlackRock, someone asked CEO Larry Fink, what do you think about XRP? He couldn't talk about it. Franklin Templeton, you know, we know that they're already into cryptos, right? Such as Bitcoin. MasterCard has already been confirmed by Mr. Poole a bunch of times, right? And as well as on today, right? April 21st, XRP will rise in a sudden fashion. You guys see this? So all the clues are right there. Today has to be one of the most craziest videos I've created because the regulars have gotten confirmed from every direction possible, and prepare. What is that, Sophie's Minions? See ya.